just want to begin with one quick thought before I get into the two questions, and that is that there's no intelligence in artificial intelligence. There isn't any. I'm the oldest guy in Salesforce. I will be 77 in August. I started a new career in software at 65. But I started my career at Stanford Research Institute 50 years ago, where one of the two centers of AI was born. Marvin Minsky at the time at MIT told us that by 1974 we would have general intelligence. Turned out to be not a particularly accurate forecast. Because it turns out that the old idea of artificial intelligence, of modeling it on the brain, didn't work out very well. We still don't understand the brain particularly well. And so what we now have is a tool that actually is a very powerful and useful tool, but it isn't really intelligence. It provides useful information to us and useful capability, but as a result, this is not headed toward general intelligence and runaway and Terminator brain. We're not going to see Arnold Schwarzenegger coming through that door anytime soon as the Terminator. That scenario is not happening. And it's one of the reasons I'm very optimistic about the technology. And I want to focus on just two elements of why I'm very optimistic. This is a knowledge engine. How many of you were in the upper half of your high school class? Is there anybody who was in the lower half? I mean, I doubt there were many people in the lower half of this. Well, you didn't even go to high school, Kevin. You transcended high school, so it doesn't count. My point is simply this, but there are half the kids in the country who are in the lower half of the class. They didn't do very well in school, and they struggle in life these days because the world has become incredibly complex. And they don't understand computers, and they don't understand AI, and they don't understand all the things around them on how they navigate the world. One of the things that we've learned about education is that personal tutoring makes a big difference. If you have a personal tutor, you learn a hell of a lot more. Every kid will now have a personal tutor from the beginning of their learning. Every kid. The lower half of the class will now have the ability to learn math, history, geography, all of that. And every kid will now be above average, just like in Lake Wobegon. And so we're going to see a remarkable transformation of education, as the experience in education is highly personalized and unique to every single child going through school. Let me ask you another question. How many of you have an executive assistant? Yeah, the rest of you have to work. I have two. And what do? They handle complexity for me. They take complexity out of my life. The world has become very, very complex, managing many, many tasks simultaneously. And a very good executive assistant solves all of that, so you can focus on the things that really matter. And that's what you will all have very shortly. And by very shortly, I mean weeks. I don't mean years. I mean now. Every day, a new EA is being announced. Literally this morning, OpenAI announced its executive assistant. So all of us will have somebody who handles all that friction in life and takes it all out. And so you can focus on creativity, on relationships with other people, on that writing and that task that you didn't get around to, and so on, because your digital executive assistant has taken all that friction out. I had the experience the other day of trying to order a pair of shorts from Patagonia, and I got unbelievably frustrated trying to fill out the forms. It just didn't work. I look forward to the day when I can say to my digital assistant, order those shorts from Patagonia and charge it to my Visa. And that's it. I'm done. And that's how every piece of software will work. And that's how everyone will be able to actually get things done. So just those two things alone, much better education for the lower half of the class, and EAs for everyone will make the world a hell of a lot better in so many different ways. Just those two little things. The second thing, just to comment on Salesforce, we are a knowledge company, and we are embedding AI everywhere in what we do to help people do a better job of sales, service, and marketing so that they are able to relate to people much more, taking all the friction out, helping every salesperson, helping every service person do a better job. How many of you have spent 5 minutes, half an hour on the phone waiting for a service call, right? All of us have had that experience. That's going to go away. 100% of that's going to go away because every service agent will have 100 bots to take care of the first stage of that call and take care of your easy request and get it done. The rest will be handled by a human being when it gets much more challenging. So in our view, it will be a much better product, much easier to use. able to learn very fast, because of course we'll use AI to train them in our products. So we think, and I'm helping to drive the transformation in Salesforce around AI, that Salesforce will be a very different company 5 years from now, providing a very different array of services and capabilities, all built around AI.